Okay. Sorry, are we rolling? Or what are you rolling? Huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm comfy. Yeah. Okay. My hair, okay. I don't know. Okay. Into the camera. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, I can't see myself, so I have no monitor or whatever, so it's a bit. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hello. I'm Root Dude Hamburg from Instagram and YouTube. So, and this is my story. I will tell you my story. So, just kidding. As I asked you on Instagram, what kind of video do you want to see? And you decided to go for the why I quit working with Thomann or ordering at Thomann. You voted for that, so here is the video. For all the other dudes, I have the video about the 5 DVDs already finished, so it will be the next one, or it will come within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, because there's some kind of another big, very big project, and it depends when it will come back. So, and if there's something that I want to talk about first. So we will see. My Thomann story. So why do I quit working with Thomann? It is pretty simple, but I have to tell you a story behind all of that. So I will try to make it as short as I can so that you don't have to sit down with me for 20 minutes or whatever. So let's dive in. My problem with Thomann. I worked with Thomann for, and when I say worked with Thomann, I ordered all my stuff, almost 95% of my stuff. I ordered there since, I don't know, for 10 years now or whatever. So a long time. So a lot of money, a lot of orders, a lot of recommendations over the last 10, 12 years or whatever, because I am a teacher and had a lot of friends and students and whatever, and they always ask me where they should buy the gear or the guitars or the strings, cables or whatever, and I always recommended Thomann because the service was awesome. But that changed. I would say it changed because of their growth, so their economical growth, I would say, because they expanded a lot all over the world. 10 years ago, no one played Harley Benton guitars outside of Germany. So today, Harley Benton is a well-known name around the globe. So I would say that's one of the biggest changes and one of the biggest reasons why their services or why their service changed from super good to bad. I wouldn't say it's super bad, but I wouldn't say it's okay. I wouldn't say it's good or whatever. I would say it's bad. So, and I would tell you why. I ordered, within this year, I ordered in general about 20 orders or whatever, which were strings or I don't know, accessories or gears that I needed or whatever. But I also ordered 5 guitars. About almost every one of these guitars, there's a video on my channel, so you can check out all the videos about the guitars that I will tell you now, and I will put all the links of the videos down in the description of the video now. So here we are. In February, I ordered a guitar from a brand that called The Law. It is a brand that I know, or that I knew from William Fitzsimmons, because he was some kind of a brand ambassador years ago. So it was some kind of a Gibson ES 175 copy, and I had some fret problems, dead notes and whatever, so I had to send it back. I sent it back the first time. I told Thomann there were a pretty obvious defect on the guitar, so I sent it back and they know it, or they knew it. Sorry, grammar. After that, 1 month later, in March, it took a bit. I ordered a Fender Squier Classic Vibe 70s Telecaster. So they knew that I wasn't happy with the first order, and they sent me a second order without approve it, or without checking it, I would say, if it is good or if it is bad. The second guitar arrived in my place. It was a Classic Vibe Telecaster Custom. I also have 2 videos about that guitar. I don't have a video about the lower guitar because I received it, played it, put it immediately back in the box, and brought it back to the post office about 45 minutes after I picked it up. It wasn't really necessary to make a video about that guitar, so there isn't one. But about the Telecaster Custom, there are 2 videos on my channel, so you can check it out if you want. Yeah, the problem with that were it had wiring problems with the switch and everything. And I mean, I'm not the best at soldering, and even if I would be, it isn't my job to repair a brand new guitar. So in my opinion, I mean, for sure you could do it and couldn't be so picky about it, but I was a bit upset because I ordered 1 guitar already and I received the second guitar, which was defect again. Then I sent it back again, 2 guitars. The next one I ordered in September. There was some kind of a break between that. I can't tell you why. So I ordered in September. I ordered a Fender Squier Classic Vibe 60s Custom Esquire. So it is a custom Esquire because it has a cream binding, double binding. So that turns it into custom. I had that guitar, and that guitar had a lot of problems. Super noisy fret wire, and I polished them, nothing changed. The pickup was way too harsh, way too bright. The tuners were a bit weird. The spacing between the tuner knobs were super tight, so you can I could move it in a proper way and everything. So it wasn't playable for me. It was too heavy. And I mean, there are also 2 videos about the Esquire on my channel. I will put all the links down in the description below so you can check it out, every one of them. So I sent it back again, and I was pissed, to be honest. It was 3rd guitars that I ordered, and every one of them had a pretty, real defect or whatever. So I was a bit disappointed, and I was pissed off because, I mean, maybe you couldn't hold up the quality so high when you're that big, but in my opinion, especially these bigger companies have the money to build up some kind of a department for quality control or whatever. So I mean, all the big brands have it too. So Gibson, Fender, at some kind of a price level, they all have it. And I mean, yeah, sure, when you buy a guitar for 400 or 500, there isn't time to check every one of these guitars in the Squier department in China or Indonesia now or whatever. I mean, maybe Thomann don't need to do it. Sorry for my grammar, but when someone ordered already 2 guitars and sent them back, maybe I would pick up a good box. So I will pick a box out of the shelf and open it and check the guitar. Cause I don't know, if you check my order history, you will see that I am a customer forever. I mean, you can't see how much recommendations I gave over the 10 years. It's a lot of money. So, but anyway, I sent it back, was a mess again. 4 days later, it's September, I ordered the Starcaster from Squier. I have to admit, there was a dead fret, so it was defect again, but it also had some personal preferences that I didn't like so much. I didn't like the shape of the guitar, I didn't like the weight of the guitar because it was with 3.6 kilograms, it was pretty heavy for a semi-hollow body guitar when you compare it to some kind of ES335 or 339. I mean, for sure, a 339 has a way smaller body. I mean, that's the idea behind the 339 Or, I mean, you can't compare it to a casino because the casino's totally hollowed, and the semi-hollow body guitar has this kind of a block in the middle of the body, and you have this two hollow chambers between, next to it, left and right. So you can't compare it to a casino. It was the fourth guitar in a row they sent it me without checking it. So I was super heartbroken. I was super disappointed. I was pissed as fuck. Yeah, it was the fourth guitar in 1 year they sent it me that wasn't playable. And I mean, for sure, if there are, if I would have one guitar that would have a sound that I don't like, that's personal preference. That is something that you can't, I don't know, it's not Thoman's fault when you don't like a guitar because of personal preferences. Like the Esquire was a bit of personal preferences, but the Esquire also had pretty guitar own defects and features that was super shitty. The steel saddles were super screamy. The pickup, even when it was some kind of even when it was the Esquire, and they all have for sure a pretty screamy bridge pickup, there can be good and bad scream bridge pickups. So it was a bad one. Also in the world of Squire, also in the world of 400, 500. So I sent it back to Starcaster. After that I ordered a Harley Benton Fusion 3 because I heard a lot of good stuff about the guitar. It was some kind of a Sur guitar, but I liked the guitar so that it's some kind of more of a modern shredder guitar or whatever. And I ordered it at the 1st of October. So, and I also ordered on the 5th of October a Fender shirt that never arrived. I wrote them, where's my shirt, they never answered, so yeah. And I ordered the Harley Benton Fusion 3 and it took forever to get here. So, and that time I decided not to accept it at my door so that the post office will bring it back to Thomann. And I ordered a Harley Benton EX76. About the Harley Benton Fusion 3, for sure there isn't a video on my channel because I sent it back. About the Starcaster there are 2 videos, about the Esquire 2 videos, about the Telecaster 2 videos. And about the ES176, about this Gibson Explorer copy, there are 2 videos. So I ordered that one and also a lot of problems. I mean, yeah, okay, the EX176 as the EX76 was again a price level that was a bit lower than the Squire ones or the lower one, because I think I paid 300 for it. There's a version that has this antique natural finish with white guard and silver hardware that is 300, and you can order it with all the same pickups, configurations and whatever. Also an antique natural but with a black guard and gold hardware for 350, so that it looks a bit more authentic, but even when it would need a white guard and gold hardware to be a precise copy of the 58 Gibson Explorer, but because most of the time they had white guard and gold hardware and not a black guard, so I don't know. So but I ordered this one, it was 300. But I really like this guitar, so that's one of the reasons why I think I will give it a try again and order it someday with some kind of a realistic expectation. So, but I had to send it back too because the bridge thing was angled. It was some kind of an angle, and it was not light angled. It was angled like this. So on one side it was super low, on the other side it was super high, and I talk about that low and that high, and I'm not kidding. So I have never seen that before. So because of that, the strings were in an angle above the fretboard. So it started as the 5th fret, and the low E always fell off the neck. So you couldn't do anything against it. And the tuning stability was off. And before all these experts, and I don't want to be mean or rude or whatever, but I play guitar for over 15 years now. And I know what I'm talking about. And when I say a guitar gets out of tune, it's not that I don't know how to restring a guitar and what I have to do to bring it in tune. So yeah, when I say it is bad, it is bad. So and people are always, I don't know why they took it, they take it so personal because they have the guitar and they like it, and I'm an asshole in their, I don't know, their reality or whatever. So because I say I don't like it, and I mean the reality behind all of that is, be happy that you have a good one, and I had a bad one. So what is the hate? Where's the hate? I don't hate guitar models, I don't hate guitar brands, so whatever, I don't hate anything. So I don't know, when I don't like it because the stuff that I received was a mess, then it is like that. But I mean, it is because it is that way, because it is that way, and it isn't that way because I hate the guitar, and then it is that way. So, but as you see, I ordered 5 guitars, 6 when it takes a fusion in, and every single one of them was a mess. And that is something that I don't know from Thomann 5 or 6 years ago. So when I would have been in that time period, I don't know, they would double check the new guitar. And when you read comments under orders or under orders under guitar models, for example, you always can comment your order or your guitar or whatever. It is pretty visible there that a lot of people, especially within the last 2 years, had a lot of shitty guitars. 4 or 5 years ago, when you read comments, it isn't that way. So something's changed. And I mean, it isn't that easy that you can always say it's COVID-19 or whatever, because we are living in that reality now for almost 2 years. So we got used to it. We're humans. We are masses of getting used to everything. So I would say it is because it has expanded to this global leadership level or whatever. So Thomann is one of the biggest names in the business now. But for me, that isn't acceptable, because that's what they lost in me, in my person or whatever, is faith and trust and everything. So I wouldn't go to them now with my money and would have a good feeling that they know what they're doing or whatever. I wouldn't do it again, and I wouldn't recommend it, because it was a long journey out of frustration. So and that isn't something that is acceptable to me. So I don't know, and in my opinion, it isn't that easy that you say, yeah man, maybe you shouldn't buy a guitar for 300 to 500. They're all a mess or whatever. It isn't that easy. It isn't true. So, cause I played super good Squire guitars and I played super good Epiphone guitars. That's the reason why I quit with Thomann, and I wouldn't recommend to you working with them now. Because a student of mine ordered a guitar 2 weeks ago and he received it and it was a mess again. So, and I don't know, I recommended him now a local guitar store in Hamburg. Maybe you have to pay 50 more or whatever, because they're a small shop. And I don't know, a big player. So, but there you have this kind of a guarantee that they check the guitar for you. So, yeah, I don't want to hate anyone, because I don't like negativity, but that's not good. I don't know what to say. So I don't want to hate, I don't want to spend hate or whatever. I just tell you what happened and how I felt. So that's it. I gave you my opinion that caused out of all of that. So, and that's it. So that's it, I would say, for this video. That I'm so sure that it was 20 minutes long now. If you watched it to the end, I really appreciate you, all of you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Yeah. Let me know on Instagram or in the comments what do you want to see next. So, and stay tuned for the upcoming project. It is the biggest guitar modification that I've ever done and that I've ever experienced. So it's about my spread. Maybe you've seen it in the story, but I won't tell you more than that. Just stay tuned because it will be epic. So, but that's it. I'm out. I hope you liked it. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Bye.